now. But it talks about, so I like,
you believe, you're taking it.
I've taken 5 classes in 5 months. So I'm like, I've taken a lot of classes. That's a lot of classes.
A lot of classes.
And yes. And so this last class, we were talking about, it's more of a mysticism style of class.
Mm-hmm.
And so very interestingly, we are talking about Joel Goldsmith. And I don't know if you're familiar, but he wrote this book called Spiritual Healing, I believe, and it's a brilliant book. It's really, really amazing. And one of the teacher for this class, Reverend Coco, we were in the class talking, and we had, in the beginning of the class, we are allowed to kind of ask questions, things that came up in our awareness during the readings, just questions in general. A lot of these luminaries were really specific, and so the idea is that in new thought, you're supposed to have a new thought. You're not supposed to just, not that you don't take people's words at face value, but it's like we're not looking for new messiahs. We're reading people's ideas. We're integrating their ideas if it works for us, and we're not if they don't. The whole concept of new thought is that you're supposed to have one. And so it was interesting because Joel Goldsmith is very specific. He's one of those people. It's like everything you're looking at is God. And there really is no deviation from that. It's like God, that's the only thing that's going on in the universe. God. And it can be very complicated because you looking at some things, you'd be like, so you mean that person that is living a very complex life, that person who is without a home, you mean that person who is dying of cancer, you mean, you can look at all the things in the world and you can go, so that's God too? And yes, but we're used to looking at things from the dichotomy perspective. We're used to looking at things being good or bad, and not things being not things being progressive, not things that look like things that we are not interested in experiencing as having some sort of tone of goodness or badness. That being said, this is not the conversation we're having right now. That being said, one of the questions that came up, I can't remember the question, but the answer was, you can sit in meditation and reach out to Joel himself and he'll answer you. And I'm looking around like, Joel is not with us. Joel is not alive. But I didn't say anything. In my head, I'm going, right. I'm like,
You're like, are you talking about exploration?
Are you okay? But she said,
you're like, wait, man, am I in the right class? I called the wrong name because, I know I'm supposed to be in the spiritual, that class. This may be level 4. I'm not at that level.
I'm not at level 4. But that was the most gangster answer, because the reality is we have access to everyone. Any luminary that you want to talk to, any ascended master that you want to talk to, angel, loved one, we like to look at mediums. There are specific people that are called mediums. There are specific people that are called psychics. There are specific people that have sensitivities that we are unwilling to have in ourselves. So we go to other people who are willing to have those sensitivities, and we call them that name. And the reality is that everything is energy. Nothing ever is born, so nothing ever dies. Like the physical realm that we look at, you know what I'm saying? We are only dealing with our 5 senses, but there are hundreds of different experiences that we can have. We are living in an infinite universe. So you mean to tell me that the only experience we can have, the only dimension that exists, is the one that we're in right now? Come on, son. So anyway, her saying that opened something up in me, because even though I did not sit in meditation and go, Joel, I have this question. But the fact that I know that we're getting into the part in our spiritual literacy where we're starting to see ourselves as more as what we allow ourselves to see ourselves as. And I think that's what the conversation we're going to have this month is about. You know what I'm saying? Joey, we have access to Joey. If we want to sit and talk with Joey, we can sit and talk with Joey. We don't need a medium to do that.
Talk to you right now.
I thought you were going to break down. I'm sure somebody's going to call in. Like, I want to talk to Joey. Connect me right now, Envy, to Joey.
Listen, like I said, I am not a medium. I am not a psychic. I have not decided that that's what the sensitivities I want to have, but I know that we have access to him.
He'd be like, I'm right here by the Creator. The Creator says, keep doing what you're doing right now.
You sound like him so much.
Yeah. Yeah. When you watch and learn somebody for years, you know.
Yeah, how long have you been? He's been there since you started as an intern, right? So what's that, 10 years?
Yeah, over 10 years.
That's a long time, brother.
Wow.
I predate Dr. Lomax and Sarah.
Listen.
Me and Coach, we started this.
Listen.
I think he had been meaning to get around to like a book of some kind because he knew where the bones were buried, quote unquote, if you get my drift.
Right.
The bones were buried. Is that what we doing?
I know everything.
He was in touch on a lot of
with him.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe not. But somebody probably picked up some papers of his and CDs, and he got all them CDs. He got the originals.
Oh yeah, his music collection is probably out of this world. I wanted to pull up while you're reminiscing. I wanted to pull up some info about Happy Couture.
Please do, because I was looking up some stuff about that.
So, anything else? Anything else that comes up in your awareness about Joey that you'd like to express? Now is the time.
We
Good.
Just rest in power, Joey. Rest in power, bro.
He's close to his family, his close friends, all of you who were like Joey was the man. Message in the music.
Allegedly,
you remember hearing his.
Allegedly, he had a nickname of Batman, so I'm hearing. I'm like, I had never heard that before.
Really?
Really?
And people apparently even dating back to Council President Darrell Clark even knew him, said in Nick's show, and even got a caller that confirmed it. And a couple people I've heard all week that I had never heard before that his nickname was Batman.
Like not Black Man, but Batman.
No, Batman.
I got you. I'm like, maybe they said Black Man. Maybe I'm the.
I thought so too, but no, the Caped Crusader is what I believe that's what I heard.
Wow. Wow.
Très intéressant, n'est-ce pas?
That's wow. That's all I can say. It's wow. Woo.
I mean, he would just show up and tell you about yourself, so that's halfway there.
Yo, and he was mad quiet because you would never hear him walk. Like you would never hear Joey sneak up on you. He would just be like, "Hey, brother." Like what the?
That's fairly true. That's very true.
Eerily so. Oh man, you are messing with my mind now, Eric. Batman. Because I always felt like I didn't know exactly where he lived at. So he would tell me, I'm like, oh, no, that doesn't seem right. Oh, that's it. Are you in the cave? Like, is he underneath the top?
Well, I mean, his cave was in Cody's office. But that's already telling too much information.
That's something that's not for public consumption. But yes.
You don't know where that is? All I'm just saying is I knew where he was.
Right. He would go in the back cave and come out ready to fight.
Okay. All right. So, going once, going twice, rest in power. All right. So when we come back from paying these bills, we are going to read from our Woo Metaphysical Book Club Club offering, which is the Universal One by Walter Russell. Now, as we spoke on a little bit earlier, this is one of them woo-woo, take it to the next level kind of woo-woo books. And yes, we're about to go there. We are dealing with the art of being complete on this month for this shift prompt. And so, yes, we about to go ham this month. Get ready. You ready? Oh, you guys want to do the good news?
Yes, I want to talk about the fifth grader.
So we're going to do the good news too. Yes, Eric?
Sounds about right.
He's not excited. He's less than excited.
Yes. Awesome. Wonderful.
Steering the ship.
This is the Envy McKee Show.
Right, exactly.
This is the Envy McKee Show. I'm Envy
Taking
McKee.
you to the left, trying to go right.
The Black Man. And we're on WURD 900 AM, 96.1 FM. We'll be black.
Woo!
What's up, everyone? I know you know the word, no, not the station, but this word, J-O-B that is, and our friends at Amoroso's Baking Company are hiring right now. Amoroso's has been baking the delicious bread in our community for over 100 years, and they want you to join their team today. The old and the young love Amoroso's, and they are hiring right now. Check it out. They offer fair pay and provide health, dental, and prescription plans after 90 days employment. Call 856-754-0355 or visit amorososbaking.com for details.
Einstein Healthcare Network salutes all those on the front lines, keeping our communities healthy and safe. Thank you for all that you do. And to everyone doing your part by staying at home, we thank you. Working together, we will continue to slow the spread of coronavirus. Einstein is here for you, just like we've always been.
Are you a star person suffering from where do I really fit in this world displacement disorder, or WURD for short? If you or someone you know is suffering from trying to fit into a world you were born to help evolve, but forgot, and so you did other stuff, you may be eligible to take part in a Star People Realignment Program, sponsored by the Wake Up the Star People of Earth Omniversal Alliance. For more information, read The Stellar Trilogy by Envy McKee, available at envymckee.com or wherever books are sold, like Amazon, and tune into The Envy McKee Show, Friday nights, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WURDradio.com and the WURD app. Join the Envolution.
WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at forward. WURD TV. Black Talk Media.
You're listening to the Envy McKee Show.
Yes. Welcome back to the MV McKee Show. MV McKee, DJ Frosty Phoenix, Martin, the Black Man. How you doing? How you doing? So this is Star Folk University. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're late. It's also my birthday month. We're in December. I am an entire Sag. Like, if you're looking at me and going, oh, now I understand. Yes, it's because I'm a Sag. All of that.
When is your birthday?
December 18th. And so
That
we
make
are
you
not.
and Jay-Z birthday mates?
Say it again.
Does that make you and Jay-Z birthday mates?
Yes, we are. But he's December 4th. He is an early, like I'm cusp of Capricorn. That's a totally different energy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the 18th, so I'm like right on the cusp of Capricorn. Totally different vibe, but similar. We're not going to have a birthday party on my physical birthday because we have something else planned for you on that day. So next week we are going to have, next week we're going to have kind of a birthday party. And so get your cute outfits together. I don't know that, I didn't even think we could do a DJ. We could do a DJ.
Yes.
Look at Eric looking at me. Look, you're the DJ, Frosty Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta have somebody like D Nice. We gotta have DJ Cass the mic. We could do a DJ Cass the mic. People call in, and it's just like play their favorite song before they call in.
Eric's face. It's Eric's face for me. The way he's looking at me.
DJ app.
If
necessary, I'll just
like
put
I
it
need
on
this
my phone,
cheat.
And I'll just show my phone. Because the app is called what's it called? The app or the DJ app? And you just got DJs on it.
So we're gonna have a mix. We're gonna have a mix. I have not physically talked to David live yet, but I've talked to Charisma. And they're going, I know Charisma is going to perform. I'm going to ask David live if he can perform. I have an idea for a song for the new year that I want David live to cover for us for the show. So I'm going to see if I can get him to do it. I am inviting Dr. Carol, Dr. Jima, Jason, Dr. RG, Owen Brown, like I said, David live, Charisma, Empress Naima, Taylor Johnson Gordon, Sarah O'Connor, Kyle Ingram, April Harley, Maria, Albert Butler, Christina Freeman, all the people that really made this show what it is throughout the course of this year. I'm inviting those folks to stop through next week. So it's a whole party. That's the whole vibe, a party. DJ Frosty Phoenix on the ones and twos. He's gonna put a little mix together for us. You see how he rolled his eyes at me.
or he can just go to the club, hook up with a DJ that's on this app, and he can commission them to do it.
I know enough DJs, Martin. That's not the point.
It's not the point. He is the whole DJ. That's his whole title for the show.
I'm just saying.
I said we can do a DJ.
I'm just saying.
Listen. As I drink my chai. High, so high. So next week, a party. I don't age. I don't believe in aging, but I do believe in celebrating treks around the sun. So that's what we're going to do next week. Yay! Applause or something?
That's right. Applaud that.
I'm just saying. So please, this is your invitation. This is your invitation to my birthday party next week. So please come. I'd love to have you.
We're gonna make sure
the VIP is gonna be popping. Drink specials, our chai tea in your high, soul high mug.
Well, you got to set up a clubhouse room for this. This seems like it's gonna be something.
And
so
then
we got to set up a clubhouse room just for this.
And then when the people have free access to Spigot, to their Spigot.
Yeah, and your fancy glasses.
Yeah.
You put Spigot water in your wine glasses.
Yeah, DJ Frosty Phoenix, what are you talking about? Well, here's what you do. While you're listening to the show, you get up and you go to your Spigot, and you pour your water, and you
water.
And you join the conversation.
Punch. You pour your schuylkill punch, and then you take a little lime twist, and you put it in there, or lemon. You'd be like, "Oh my God, what is that?"
This party
Sparkling
is very BYOB.
Well, that's a great. You know what, Eric? That is a great idea. Maybe during the course of this week, I'll come up with some recipes of how you can celebrate with us. Maybe we'll have a drink special, like literally.
Oh, Envy drinks.
Right. And
yes.
no, I do
Every
not
day
drink
you post
alcohol,
on your IG or the MV McKee Show page a drink of the day and how to make one.
Yeah. And then we'll all just be like, listen, these are COVID times. We're gonna have to get really creative. We can have a little menu going on. My husband is a chef. He can put. Do you see his face?
I wish I could, man. I felt it.
Men in your life, I tell you.
Envy is the type of person that she'll tell you you're something. Oh, and you know this person. Oh, because you're a you're a bouncer, and it's like since when? Oh, and you're a party promoter.
No, that's Martin. Martin's a bouncer. Martin's a bouncer. Martin's a bouncer.
Martin say, hey, none of that. Log off right now.
Right. So maybe that's what we can do. We can come up with some drink recipes. I don't drink, but Martin, if you drink, maybe I can make something that can add alcohol to.
This
whatever.
Is the side eye. It's gonna be a little Tanqueray.
Envy McKee side eye. Freeman, that sounds like a really dope drink. What's in the side eye? I'm interested. What's in the side eye?
It's gonna be a little sour.
And they make a non-alcoholic version.
Oh no!
It's got sweet with a little sour. What's
grenadine with some. I gotta think about that. Before I make it non-alcoholic.
Does it have to be a drink? Basically, when you take a sip of it, you just be like, It's kind of get you. If you can't see my face, it just gets squinty, like.
Yeah, you like. Yeah. That hit. There's a hit right here.
Right.
Oh yeah, right there.
Mid-neck region. I love that you did that. It hit in the mid-neck region. I'm famous for that. That is my signature.
That's why it's some Envy McKee side eye.
That's right.
So
we're gonna have a drink that we're gonna at some point we're gonna come up with a drink, and I'm gonna give me a deadline Wednesday. We'll post it on Wednesday on the Instagrams so that you can start practicing. Why are you looking at me like that? Yes, why not?
I'm not shaking my head for that. I'm not even looking at you.
He's shaking his head like you giving yourself a deadline. That's
so that on Friday at 7 p.m. you can have your drinks. You can have your little tapas menu that my husband is going to put together. Oh, everybody's working. Don't look at me crazy. Everybody's working.
Like, yeah,
we'll have a little plant-based tapas menu. We'll have a little drink
special. You're gonna come on a quarantini.
All of the things, and then we'll be on the show. Eric is going to be putting the mix together. We'll have performances by my friends that are really special. We'll have all of our wonderful guests throughout the course of this year stop through and just, pay their respects. We can party, we can dance, we'll have a great time. It'll be a wonderful virtual party, and I'm really excited. We planning the party right now. That's the nature of the woo-woo. We can plan the party on the fly.
Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be fun.
If I DJ, it's about to be mixes of like just nothing but house music and Dilla beats.
I don't mind a Dilla beat here and there.
What's the girl that she likes? That she loves? She's like, ooh,
Janelle Monáe.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
my gosh! Wait.
Janelle Monáe.
DJ Aura.
Whatever.
You remember DJ Aura?
Now you're interested in putting a DJ.
I just remembered DJ Aura. Okay, shout out friend of the show. Do you remember DJ Aura?
I do remember DJ Aura.
Okay.
She's amazing.
From being said, now his brain is unfrozen.
And Vasquez.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Come on, bring it. Let's do it. Let's make it an event. Yeah. I'm into it. Maybe we can do a plant-based food battle.
And silence.
Miss me with that.
But it's not silent.
Miss
Because
me.
the way Eric is looking at me is so loud. Like, y'all can't see it. I mean, y'all can see it, but y'all can't hear it. But if you were paying attention to the subtle language of Eric's eyeballs cutting my face cheeks, listen.
For real though. That's why he's wearing the mask.
Show. Like,
Eyes. He's wearing the mask.
seriously,
You don't see his facial expression, but you see the eye expression.
I can feel it. Like,
It's all
I
in
can't
your
even really see his
eyes.
face like that. He got a whole mask and glasses, and I can still feel him cutting up my face. Listen, so we're going to go pay these bills. When we come back, I'm going to read a little bit from Universal One. And then we're going to welcome Dr. Jima. We're going to open the WURD Metaphysical Studio, and we're going to dig into the shift prompt. We are going to define what it means to be complete. And then we're going to kind of roll this around in our awareness a little bit with the readings, with our ideas of what we think completeness means. And maybe we'll even do the good news. I don't know. This show is really a First Friday show. So we're going to just go with the flow here.
Hey,
One more.
Is all up in
This is really a First Friday year.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Adjustments. One more thing before we leave this. Before we leave this hour.
2020 where it left us.
Because Joey's still a part of us. I will still say, shout out to the people on Facebook Live. Valerie Pierce commented, said Joey was known as Batman, started back when he was a teenager. Confirmation.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And Mamie Young, God bless his family and loved ones, Warrior King Joey Temple. Rumor was a long time ago. Title was from his gang war days. Okay.
Oh, he was a gangbanger? I didn't know that.
Well, that's a deeper conversation about, but yeah, he was in the streets, yeah.
But that's his story to tell.
Yeah. Let's go ask him.
Anybody that wants to.
Not tell. Like, that's real gangsters we don't talk about.
The same. Very cool. Thank y'all. You are welcome. Like, if you want to call in, you can call in. If you want to leave your comments in the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live, you're welcome to do that as well. Let's go pay these bills. This is WURD 900 AM, 96.1 FM. This is also the Envy McKee Show, a.k.a. Starfolk University. We'll be black. We'll be black. We'll be black.
Hi, I'm Teresa Lundy, Principal and Founder of TML Communications. Founded in 2015, TML Communications is a strategic public relations, crisis communications, and community engagement firm that executes messaging strategies that produce results. Here's what we do. We build brands, develop the message, and tell the world your story. Visit tmlfirm.com to learn how we can help you grow today.
Tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. for the Did You Know Show with host Bryant Green, right here on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM.
Monday through Thursday, keep it locked to WURD Radio. At 6 a.m., start your day with the Power Hour, hosted by Bishop Dwayne Royster and Reverend Mark Kelly Tyler. At 7, it's Wake Up with WURD with Solomon Jones. At 10 a.m., it's Reality Check with Charles Ellison. Then at 1 p.m., it's The Source, hosted by Andrea Lawful Sanders on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and the Black Women's Leadership Council on Wednesdays. At 4 p.m., it's Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. Then at 7, it's Save Space with Sincerely Sarita. At 9 p.m., round up your day with Keeping It Real with the Reverend Al Sharpton. Keep your dial locked to WURD Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Streaming live on WURDradio.com and the WURD Radio app. Or watch live on WURD TV via Facebook and YouTube. WURD Radio. Independent Black Media.
Tune in this Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. for the Islam Today Show with a perspective on moral guidance and Islamic principles and values.
This is WURD Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD Philadelphia. Independent Black Media. WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or or on Facebook at Forward. Word TV. Black Talk Media.
Envy's evolution
Is the Envy McKee Show.
Hey, with Philly's own Kindred, the family soul.
Hey, what's up? This is Kevin Carr.
Hey, this is Lady Alma.
This is Greg.
And Halana.
And we are the Woke Bays.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Genuine right here on the Envy McKee Show. Now, always stay tuned.
Join the evolution exclusively on Word.
Welcome back to the Envy McKee Show. I'm Envy McKee, DJ Frosty Phoenix, Martin the Shaman. I am Envy McKee.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about over there?
WURD.
What's up, Joey?
What?
I know you're here.
What's up, Joey? What's up, Happy?
That's right.
So this month, our shift prompt is the art of being complete. And I had a moment, like I've been trying to make sure that as we cap up this year, because December is, as you know,
I said you've been having moments.
Oh my gosh, but moments. I have been having moments. I have been really, really part of the beauty of this year. Not only it's this strange beauty, if it will, because, you know, it's not the year that we had planned, but it's the year that we got. A lot of us wish that we had the time to.
I said, speak on that.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of us wish that we had the time to do more of the things that we wanted to do, and then here comes COVID. Now we have the time to do more of the things that we wanted to do, but there's also a mourning process because everyone that we would have wanted to come with us in this journey didn't make it. And so there's grief in this, as we learned last week with Maria. And then for some of us, we have been able to process that grief in such a way so we have found the space of mourning so that we can release it. There has been just change in general. You know what I'm saying? Just change in general, it can be jolting, it can be jarring, it can be strange. Then as a country, we are culminating one administration, hopefully, prayerfully, and beginning a new one. Everybody isn't happy about this change. We are faced with the idea that there are 72, 74 million people that from the standpoint of wanting to live in a world that is kind and just, living in a kind and just society, a world that works for everyone, not be on the agenda for everyone, and coming to that realization in a very real way that some of those people are in our very families can be jolting. You know what I'm saying? Some of those people might be quote unquote friends. Very
Exactly.
jolting. Some of those people might be the people that we have elected in all different, you know, political environments, police officers, Congress people, whatever. Like, people in our everyday lives are turning up, and we're going, this is interesting information. And so, a lot for us to process. There's a lot of work that we have to do, and if the last 3 months of conversation are any indication, if we're going to build anything new, we're going to have to clear out and make room of the old. We're going to have to make some space and make some peace with what we know, and that is hard work, because what has to go? And we're not going to be able to throw out 74 million people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, like, that's not how any of this is set up. And so what do we do?
Should be able to, though.
But
say that out
you
loud.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting, and it's
I
funny
got you,
because
got you.
Martin and I got into sort of a debate, and this is related. It's not
here.
I'm not calling you out or anything like that, but
No, not that.
we
I'm
were
not
talking.
saying the subject matter. That's all. I
Well,
want.
we Martin, like earlier this week, we were talking about Martin was the way we handle
asked the
Thanksgiving from the. Calm down, everybody, calm down. So we were talking about Thanksgiving, and Martin asked the question: are we going to look at, like, our intention is to kind of look at everything from the lens of, from a spiritual literacy lens. Idea is that the truth is the truth is the truth, and you know, everything. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to go there. So Martin asked the question: are we going to look at Kwanzaa from the same lens as we looked at Thanksgiving? Which, for all intents and purposes, we didn't do anything with Thanksgiving. We just shared the native perspective. I didn't say anything special about it. We played indigenous Cree. We didn't do much. We played things.
I think we did more.
Yeah, we played things, and I think we balanced it with the day of mourning.
Yes.
I don't think we went around the room and said what we're thankful for, but we just gave some information about what it was.
That's doing something, but not. I feel like we gave people space. One of the things that I realized after that was, like, there's no space for that on the internet. That's what made me think about it. Like, I almost every time I turned around, I got texts from people saying Happy Thanksgiving. I felt urged to say I'm not, you know, and this is why.
I didn't get as many this year.
And so I didn't feel like, I feel like we gave space for people to not deal with that.
Well, when people say Happy Thanksgiving, I'll say Happy Thanksgiving back. I don't take it any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't send out any mass text, but if somebody says it to me, I'm going to say it. I'm just saying, it's like I'm in the space now where I respect people where they are. And, you know, even though I understand, I don't feel any kind of way about Thanksgiving or not. I understand what it is in a way that I didn't understand before. But I give people space to live where they are, because everybody should live where they are. And maybe that's the same. Maybe I'm just answering my own question. Maybe that's the same place. But it is harmful. Like, if you think about Thanksgiving, if we're just
right, that's what I was at.
If we're going around acting like the history of Thanksgiving, right, then we are erasing and harming people, and we have to be mindful of that. You get what I'm saying? But at the same token, I was relating it to the 74 million people that seem to think that Make America Great Again is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, can we embrace people where they are if they can't see your humanity, or they don't understand that embracing that philosophy is erasing your humanity.
And I'm going to take that one step further with the good news of the day, that the U.S. House bill went through approving decriminalization of marijuana, and one of the most staunchest, one of those 74 million people you're talking about, the most staunchest person in Florida, Representative Matt Gaetz, his exact words were, there are black and brown young men who should not have been incarcerated for doing what they did, to the extent or period. This is the first time I ever heard Matt Gaetz out of Florida, Republican, ever mention black and brown out of his lips. So to your point, it's funny how those same 70, one part of that 74 million. Now the question is, will you go make Mitch McConnell pass the same bill in the Senate? But the decriminalization and the whole concept of a criminal justice reform, somehow some of those 74 million will say the exact same words that we don't expect to hear, that our activists are saying. But now you can go layer deep about all the systemic racism that's behind that, and what is that? It's that like having one black friend and say, look, I'm not, I'm for criminal justice. But my point is, you're right in the concept of the 74 million, to my opinion, don't deserve to be thrown away, even though I say, can you throw it away? Because it feels like I just want to be done with it. That's my first reaction.
But if we're talking about spiritual literacy, if we're talking about spiritual law, and if what we talked about earlier, everything is God, how can someone showing up with a whatever kind of idea, we can call them wackadoodle, somebody who is in a different space than we are, how can they be any less God than we are, just because they don't see themselves that way? Just because they are not in their purpose does not mean that they're not here doing God's work. Like, who's to say that they're being, like, we talk about Donald Trump and Jason talks about it, and he says the same thing. If you recall, Jason is really good about saying, who's to say that Donald Trump is not doing God's work?
Right, and I think he is. I think he's done a lot of great things that help us to be able to get to the places we need to get to faster than this country has ever expected to get to. Because
just by existing, and he didn't do anything. He just showed up being trifling. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Showing up being trifling can be God's work too, right? Right?
Did you see the testimony in Michigan yesterday? Like, he has pushed people. This woman got up in front of the Michigan state legislator and said when you say wackadoodle, she cut off the representatives, state senators, and said, did you check the numbers? Are you sure about that? Did you change? I mean, it was, and so I'm bringing that up to say that the stuff that he's brought that's instead of being on the bottom of the cup, now all this pulp and everything else is at the top. And you can see it clearly now.
Your metaphors are just hot.
It's like, whoa. Juicy. And these were Republicans she was going after. These weren't Democratic state senators. These are all Republicans. So now that's my smoke alarm now.
Because you hot.
Oh, because you hot. Because you hot. Oh, because you hot. And then I was doing something else entirely.
I heard you put the good news music on. I heard you put the good music.
He said it was good news.
You have good news?
No, he said it was good news.
Because every time somebody says good news,
he said I have good news. I said okay, and all right, we're gonna roll with it. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, do you have good news?
I mean, if you consider it good news, I thought an interesting story of the week were those mysterious monoliths that popped up in
Oh right, right. You told me about that. Tell the listeners about that.
I don't know if I want to.
Why? What? No. Okay, so in Utah, I'll tell them because I have the story.
Another one in Utah disappeared, and I forget what other one is. Romania.
It did disappear. Somebody saw people dismantling it.
Right.
And the one in Utah was Trump people. Oh, the one in California. Sorry, Trump people came and knocked it down. They broke it.
They broke it?
In Cal, not the one in Utah, but the one in California. Yeah. They said
When
this
was
wasn't
there
from
one in
God. It's
California?
from the devil. They actually took a sledgehammer to it.
You know what?
And they posted they was taking a sledgehammer to it too.
That always takes me reminiscent of most scenarios of science fiction when aliens don't come here and they go, why don't they ever go to Earth? It's like, because if anything foreign lands on Earth, the first thing we do is shoot it or try to destroy it.
Seriously. In Philadelphia.
Seriously.
Like the traveling robot in Philly.
Like you said, Envy, like that movie that you referenced where they had placed something here prior and they just needed us for a plan, but the first thing that we did when we got here was just fire when ready. And no questions, no why are you here? No, how can we help you? Just do it's over. Like, you know, something mysterious.
Is the fifth grader in Texas fed 100,000 people. He, along with others, created a nonprofit, little black man. I believe he's 9 years old or 8 years old. Just Google fifth grader, Texas, 100,000 meals. I'm telling you. This
How did he do 100,000 meals?
Created a nonprofit. His spirit.
Butter and jelly.
No, his spirit said everybody got behind him because he wants to do this. He felt that people during COVID were hungry, and there's nobody taking care of it. And so he talked to his parents, and who's gonna say no to an 8-year-old telling you, you know, you need to go next door and make sure your neighbors get food? And it just kept growing and growing.
Okay. Yes, all of those things. I think all those things are good news.
I guess another good story might be the resolution of a lot of different states finally counting all the ballots and resolving the guarantees that you know. So just to solidify that the overturning of this administration.
It ain't gonna happen.
Now we can't. Now I think we've resolved over months that we can't greet this energy with being petty. We have to be, you know, it is above me now.
Because
however,
that man
told the president put his big
that man had, like, he has a whole line of petty products. Please do not egg him on. Like, I look at people that be like, you know what I'm saying? I look at people that be like, yeah, Donald Trump, like, don't taunt him. He is a child. The whole reason why he ran for president was because Barack Obama roasted him at a roasting event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right, bro.
That's the level of his petty. Please do not. Listen, do not.
Did you see what his niece said? She said they interviewed her on The View yesterday. She said the worst thing in that family is losing. That's the worst thing that family was raised with, is losing. So he still hasn't come to terms with he's losing.
He
So
doesn't.
to your point, when someone is in denial of reality, they're the most dangerous.
They are the most dangerous. So do not play reindeer games with that man. I feel like just ignore him. Go about what you're doing, like what Joe Biden is doing. Like, he's going around you.
Right.
Don't bring him up in conversation. Just leave that man alone.
On the train in New York.
That's right. That's right.
You want to give him money, give him your meal, but do not antagonize him.
Do not. They talking to themselves. They talking to the wall. They do.
Everybody's
them alone. Leave him alone. Leave that man alone. And
you are right.
Who cares? Did y'all see the meme where he was talking and then there was like a truck behind him throwing his stuff in the moving truck? Did y'all see that one?
No. Oh my gosh.
He was talking. He was like in the Rose Garden talking, and there was a moving truck that pulled up, and they were just throwing stuff. You heard crashes, so they were just throwing stuff. Like, get out. That's how. Listen, focus.
I did, but I posted an article about how he'll.
We do a show on January 20th. We do a special show.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
No, I'm saying
no, we don't. I know
after
it.
he gone.
Or maybe the
after
19th.
he gone.
Y'all just leave it. Stay calm.
But the other story I'll say is that how more irrelevant he's becoming. Like, once he was no longer president, people nobody talking about him anymore.
Well, you know what? The other thing is unfortunately he has the right to get the intelligence reports after present. So that's another problem. To Amy's point.
Yeah. There's a lot of secrets he's still.
He can sell our secrets.
Yeah, he's still.
We don't need no lights
and we
on.
do have a call on the line too, by the way, when we come from break.
Okay, cool. And we'll make sure we get the caller in when we come back. Dr. Jima's going to be with us. We're going to read from our book, The Universal One. We're going to open the Woo Metaphysical Studio. We are going to begin the process of unpacking the art of being complete. This is the MV McKee Show. I'm MV McKee. That's DJ Frosty Phoenix. That's Martin, the Black Man. We're on WURD, Independent Black Media, on 900 AM, 96.1 FM. Peace be still, Joey. We love you. We'll be back. We'll be black.
Hi, this is Jeff Brown from Brown's Family ShopRites and Fresh Grocers. Are you thinking about a part-time job to help out with the cost of the holidays? We have plenty of openings. You can apply online at shoprite.com/careers or freshgrocer.com/careers. Come join the Brown family today and help us serve the people of Philadelphia. Have a great holiday.
Livelihood, the new initiative from WURD Radio, connecting Philadelphians to jobs, entrepreneurship opportunities, small business resources, and financial literacy. Visit WURDworks.com right now and take the next step in your professional journey. Livelihood is supported by the Nightland Fest's Local News Transformation Fund, Borealis Philanthropies Racial Equity and Journalism Fund, and the Solutions Journalism Network. This is not a fad for us. We will not resume our regular programming when things die down. We're not black to help our bottom line or because it's politically correct. We're not joining a fight. This has been our fight, our message, our people. Black lives have always mattered here. We are undeniably, indefatigably, unapologetically, permanently Black Talk Media. WURD. WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at ForWord. WURD TV. Black Talk Media.
You're listening to the Envy McKee Show.
Welcome back to the MV McKee Show. MV McKee, DJ Frosty Phoenix, Martin the Black Man. I'm MV McKee, I said that. And it's time for us to open the Woo Metaphysical Studio, so let us do that. Night of the night. Please. We are blessing this space, knowing that it is holy, knowing that the conversation that comes through us is divine. We are expanding, we are raising our awareness, and we are welcoming in the beauty and the bliss that is the infinite. Bless our minds, our hearts, our souls, our spirits as we share a place of safety and truth. And so it is. And so be it. So I'd like to take this time to welcome into the Woo Metaphysical Studio our Dean of Spiritual Inquiry. Can you please give it up for Dr. Ajima? Welcome, sis. Welcome. My sister from another mister. We're all wearing our Envy McKee Show hoodies. Well, Freeman's wearing his hoodie. I think you and Freeman have the same color. No, we have the same. This is the same color. Yeah. We're all wearing the same color. Yes. Our uniform. Martin is wearing the t-shirt. Eric, I don't know why you didn't get the memo.
It would be interesting if it existed. That would work, work out if it existed. That'd have been crazy.
Right? Wouldn't that be funny? So this month, our shift prompt, first of all, it's December now. Welcome to my birthday month. We can just call it my birthday month. You don't have to call it anything except for that if you don't want to. It is also the time where we have a new shift prompt, which is the art of being complete. December is kind of a transition month for lots of people. It's holiday season. This is the time where we're taking off from work. Lots of us are just kind of off from work. We're going into the new year. We are culminating whatever we had going on. This is the end of fourth quarter. December is a lot of things. And so I think it's appropriate that Spirit directed that this month would be the art of being complete. But one of the things that I was rolling around in my awareness, you know how when you get for me, okay, so when a shift prompt comes into my awareness, I think about it a little bit, like I let it sit in my awareness for a little bit, and then I see what comes up. And for me, when I think of complete, the first thing that came to mind was death, right? Endings. And I guess maybe this is a good point for us to kind of go around the room and ask what comes to mind when you think it's complete. Then we can define it. And before I know we have a call. What? I know we have a call.
Oh, okay, look at you.
So while we take this call, that's going to be, I'm going to give you time to think about that. What comes to mind for you? Because there was a little, I don't want to say fear, but it was a little something. It was a tinge of something when I thought of it. And so that's how I knew that we really had to do this, because, this show is about expanding. It's about expanding what we think about things and how we allow things, what we let into our awareness, what we grow into, our growing edges and all that stuff. So that's kind of your pop quiz. Think about what comes to mind when you think of the art of being complete, and let us go to the phones and welcome into the Woo Woo Metaphysical Studio our caller.
Tyrone from North Philly. What's going on, Tyrone?
What's up, Tyrone? You better call Tyrone.
There you go.
Call him and tell him I said, come on, come and get your stuff.
Oh, wow. Love it.
Only on the Envy McKee Show.
Before I get to my point, brothers and my sis, y'all just don't know how electrifying and how much energy that y'all put in the universe every Friday. I just thank God for what y'all do and how y'all do it, because there's nothing like touching the essence of the inner soul of a person. And my sister, you do it so well, because you are always lifting people up. And I thank you for that. But
thank you for saying that. Oh.
And I'm glad that you mentioned birthday, because it would have got away from me. If my mom was still here, she would be 99 years old tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday, Mom.
So, applause, please, for Tyrone's mom.
Yes. Happy birthday, Tyrone. What's your mom's name?
Yes. But she's going to glory, that's 94. But, I'm calling very quickly to say, I heard a lot of accolades to Joey and a lot of uplifting things, but I didn't recall hearing anyone talking about Joey was the force behind changing the name Columbia Avenue to Cecil B. Moore Avenue. Joey
really?
was the main component that pushed to have that name changed. And I didn't hear that, and I just wanted to share that. And everybody knows who was around when they changed the name from Columbia Avenue to Cecil B. Moore, that Joey was
I
the
didn't know
name.
that either. I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Joey.
And secondly, what y'all did today, sis, and paying tribute to Cody, my God. Woo, what a phenomenal day. And you know,
right?
When the brother played the Black National Anthem and then went to Reason, I just broke down. I just, the flow of love just came out of my eyes because that was so powerful. And I just thought about Joey not being here to be a part of this celebration for Cody. Because the last time that I seen Joey, Cody and Joey rolled up on me when I was picking up my papers from, thank you, Jesus, Lord have mercy, from Scoop USA. Because, I am one of the columnists for Scoop USA. And I was picking up, and Joey was doing his gangsterling, and Cody was saying, yo, Tom, what's happening? So that's the last time I seen him, and that was, I guess about a month ago, And I don't know if y'all know this, that he's my brother. He's my adopted brother because Senator Roxanne Jones adopted Joey, Sarah Martin, and myself as her children. So we're pretty much, related. So thank you for allowing me to share that. And I'm telling you, this was such an awesome day. And Cody, you deserve every bit of it. There's no, he's a 20th century, 21st century prophet. Somebody called him king today, but he is a prophet. And he holds that position well. Love y'all. Keep
you too.
Good news. And thank y'all for always lifting up our spirits, because even in these trying times and these challenging times, it's good to be lifted up. And y'all do it well. Take care. Love y'all.
I'm so glad. Thank you for saying
Tyrone.
that. Call Tyrone. Call him.
Somebody better call Tyrone.
So, what you about to say, Eric?
No, I was like, in Martin fashion, he just in the back, like, oh.
So
okay.
you have had plentiful time to figure out what the shift prompt in your awareness means to you when you first heard it. And so now, who would like to volunteer to share their answer? Was that you, Eric? Did I see he turned his whole camera off?
Being connected?
He turned his whole camera off.
I'm sitting at the front room. I'm sitting at the front room, raising my hand.
Yeah, I know, Dr. Gima, you seem like somebody that would sit. I sit in the
universe somewhere. You don't know where she's at. She's just in space somewhere, just floating around, being a constellation of that she is.
Yeah, she is. She's so dope. She's so dope. She knows she's dope. So, Dr. Gima, would you like to begin with what does the art of being complete mean for you?
Okay, so as I first heard it and contemplating it when I got your star notes, I was thinking initially like being whole, but then I just kept writing, and I was like, actually, it's about being balanced, calm, and finally, this is what I settled on, at peace. So it was a process for me to get to what I think the art of being complete is, which is being at peace, somehow coming full circle. I think of like a perfect circle where it's just like, you're done, so you're at peace. Kind of like when you finish cleaning up, like, all right, I'm at peace. It's complete.
I like that. I like the fact, I like that little phrase in there where you say it was a process of getting to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that a lot. I think that I need to write that down. what if the art of being complete isn't so much about the complete part, but it's the process in between of where you are? You know what I'm saying? It's like the path. We've come to that conclusion about quite a few of our shift prompts.
Yes.
That the word is not really relevant. It's the in between.
It's the
What
journey,
about you, Martin?
right?
Don't all these people turning their screens off. Martin. Those of you who are not watching on the Facebook Live or the YouTube, those of you who are listening, there's a whole visual dynamic. I'm telling you, like if you have access, I know everybody isn't into social media, but if you have access, like the visual aspects of this show they add to the experience.
Well, you can't really see Eric because DJ Frosty Phoenix has this mask on, so
it doesn't matter. You can feel Eric. Eric is loud without saying anything. It's one of the things I love about him. His whole vibe was like I can feel when he's cutting his eyes at me. I can feel when he's like gets a break. Like
vibe. Yeah, he's very
he's loud. The process. So for Dr. Jima, he's the process of you said the process of getting. How did you phrase that?
I think getting to what I thought was the actual art of being complete. It was a process. I started one place and ended somewhere else.
The process of getting to. Okay, and what about you, Martin? Process of getting, you said to wholeness. Is that what you said, the process of getting to wholeness?
I started out, I'm giving you some more time to think, Martin. I started out.
We're helping.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Dr. Jimmy.
Yeah, I started out with initially, the first thought that came in mind was being whole, but then I just kept writing words. So it went from whole to balanced to kind of like homeostasis, then aligned, calm, and then finally at peace. So I realized there was this process that I was going through to get to what I felt was the art of being complete.
Okay. You got yours yet?
Yeah, I wanted to say that based on the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, really, what I've been, I won't say struggling with, but what I've been, I guess struggling is the right word, is that 74 million. And what's the best way to be whole as a country, and what can I contribute individually? I think we talked about the purple talk, folks. And I was actually in a room, a conversation room on this app, and this young man gave some humongous advice for free that's game changer for me and a bunch of us. And he just asked us to have a conversation with somebody we normally would not talk to this week. And so I think when you said being complete, when I was on the pre-call, it was like, I can't get away from this. Like, I can't dismiss these knuckleheads.
Wackadoodles.
Yeah, because and I can't even, I don't have a wackadoodle in my family. So I can't even, like, you're like, oh, shit, you're a crazy cousin. No, I don't have no cousin.
Yeah, you can't even practice on anybody.
Right. It's like, so it has to be an art to it. It has to be a, not just, for me, it's so opposite and so difficult for me to take that first step. I can listen to what people say, but if I'm going to initiate that, which is, an art to that, it's not just, so you like Trump. That might not end so well. Because it's an assumption that, it's so much there.
Assumptions.
It's so much to unpack and so much so it's a thought process about how would I approach a person that I normally would not want to have anything to do with.
I love that thought process. That's exactly what I went through.
Yeah. I think a lot of us are going through it. What about you, Eric? Do you have something that you would like to add?
Oh, what's that in the background? Ooh.
I know there's music in the background, but I know we also have 3 minutes.
Really?
So I'm just
wondering.
3 minutes where?
It's like,
it's 8:42.
Wait, we got to talk about this. You know what happened? he moved in with his love of his life, and he got his own place.
Woo!
Oh, he got a camera for this one.
Yeah, put that camera on, boo.
He feels himself now.
We are wild.
He in his own place.
Rare form.
With his
This is what the art of being complete feels like. Rare form. Feels like we going into January. This year is over, honey. Look, are you blushing?
He in ultimate cuff season. He like got the lease and everything.
He ahead of cuffing season.
It's gonna be.
He's the last of the Mohicans. We all got
this winter.
We all got boobs.
It's gonna be warm. All
right, so I guess that means you're not gonna add.
I'll add after the break, doggone it.
You'll add to the break.
After,
this is the Envy McKee show. I'm Envy McKee. Oh, okay, cool. And I will add my 2 or 3 cents as well. This is the Envy McKee show. I'm Envy McKee. DJ Frosty Phoenix on the 1s and 2s. Martin the Black Man. That's Dr. Jima. I said I'm Envy McKee. This is WURD 900 AM 96.1 FM. Independent Black Media. Are you a member yet? I feel like membership is the new frontier. We're gonna go into 2021 with like our listenership as full members. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of it. And I would like to add something to the kitty. Maybe this is something I will talk to Joss about. But I would love to be able to add some add some URD Envy McKee show swag if there's, if you want to be a member through us. I don't know. We'll think of something. But we're just going into 2021 like just big and excited, right? So let's go pay these bills. We'll be back.
Keystone First VIP Choice HMO SNP Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan has a 4 out of 5 star rating and is one of the highest rated Medicare plans in the region. Keystone First VIP Choice and you are better together. If you live in Philadelphia, Bucks, Chester, Montgomery, or Delaware County, and you have both Medicare and Medicaid, choose the Medicare plan that is working to help you get better care. Enjoy extra benefits at no cost to you with Keystone First VIP Choice. You get benefits like dental, vision, and transportation to and from your medical appointments. They also cover a fitness membership to a gym of your choice. $150 toward over-the-counter pharmacy items. There's no copay for doctor's visits. They offer a large provider network, a great prescription plan, dental coverage, and even eyeglasses. Plus, you don't have to wait for open enrollment. You can change your coverage every quarter. Keystone First VIP Choice. The name you trust, the service you deserve. Call Keystone First VIP Choice today at 1-877-686-1760 or visit KeystoneFirstVIPChoice.com. Want the latest in Word swag? Check out the shop tab on WordRadio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. The shop tab on WordRadio.com. Show the world that you're all about black. Talk Media. Word TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at ForWord. Word TV. Black. Talk Media.
You're listening to the Envy McKee Show.
Welcome back to the Envy McKee Show. I am Envy McKee, DJ Frosty Phoenix on the ones and twos, Martin the Black Man, and we also have Dr. Ajima here. Welcome back. Okay, so our shift prompt for this month is the art of being complete. And so first Fridays are all about unpacking the shift prompt for those of you who are new. For those of you who have been riding with us from the beginning, you kind of understand what we're doing here. So when we're in the WUWU Metaphysical Lab, the WUWU Metaphysical Studio, we are rolling around the shift prompt. We're figuring out where we are with it as a beginning point. So as an ending point, we, you know, as we expand, we'll know where we started and where we're ending with it, where we're complete with it. So we've already talked to Martin and Dr. Jima about where they are with the shift prompt, what it means to them and their awareness when first hearing it. And now we're going to hear from DJ Frosty Phoenix, aka, well, Eric Nixon, aka DJ Frosty Phoenix. I was doing it backwards. What you think? What's your awareness?
During the break, Martin made a very good point about a few things changing around in my life. So I would definitely say being complete is regathering and rebuilding your new goals. So I guess to answer that question, it's almost like feeling complete is getting your plan straight for when you're starting a new chapter.
So is it like setting an intention and seeing it fulfilled?
More like, yeah, when you seeing it fulfilled, but I guess we might be saying the same thing when I'm about to say, when you start laying the brick on your new road and you start feeling complete. Like, you know how you feel complete when you make I'll even say there's a weird completeness when you start an agenda, like you get out, like, you know, one of those planners and you like design it to fill in lightly, so fill in over time, so that way you kind of feel complete, that you have something that you can start filling in, you know, goals and intentions and dates and such like that. Not necessarily that it's finished, but there's even a completeness in having something that you can count on to start laying out the foundations of your plans on things in the future.
I love how the feeling tone for pretty much everyone in the room is not completion, does not give you end. Like, all the ways that you guys have been describing it is the process of. It's the process of the journey. It is. I have not heard anyone say, "Oh, done." No, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of why I was a little bit leery isn't the word, but just kind of like there was some trepidation in it. And there really shouldn't be, because death is a part of the process. It is just a metamorphosis. You know what I'm saying? It's just a transition. But we talk about death as though it's an end. And so for me, when I heard complete, for whatever reason, death was a part of the conversation in my head. But I wanted to say, to Martin's point and to what we've been talking about through the last 4 months, about those 74 million people, or whatever the number is, of people who seem to have a very stagnant idea of the world. We'll just call it that way. And how do we rectify with the idea that we share a planet with those people who don't really, I'm not going to say they don't care, but they don't have a path with which to work with us in the direction of clean air and clean water and clean food and solid education and a kind and just society, a world that works for everyone, defunding the police, or reframing or reforming, whatever it is, whatever language you want to use. Basically, building the purple party of, putting people in places of power, that representative power, people who represent us in our government, who have a broad, a better experience in being true representatives of the people that actually populate this country. For example, there should not be 92% white men in our government because this country is not 92% white men. Our government should reflect the citizenry. Anyway, all of those things. And so what do you do with those people? When we're building a kind and just society, and we understand that nobody's here by accident, that there aren't any throwaway people, there aren't any extra anything. Everybody that turns up, whether they're, whatever their gender orientation, whatever their sexual orientation, however they represent themselves, whoever they define themselves, there are no extra people. And so if in fact the art of being complete is a journey, not a destination, that means that we are always in process. And so when I said earlier about accepting people how they show up, does that mean that it is our work to work on ourselves to see people the way God sees them, so that we're not looking at people as oh my God, Trump supporter. Oh my God, they're one of the, you know what I'm saying? By not labeling them as bad or defective or a problem or whatever, even though they might be, you know what I'm saying? But being able to see them and actively asking the higher part of ourselves, my intention is to see everyone the way God sees them. Clear my eyes so that I am not looking at a label, I'm looking at a person. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a spiritual being who is always in process, just like me. And whatever process it took for me to get here, that person can find their way here too, wherever here is. And that's where we kind of go, is this what it means to be in critical mass? If enough of us just stop labeling each other and go, okay, boo, I understand that wherever you are, I'm not gonna argue with you. Bless you where you are.
You keep trying to, I feel like you, not that it shouldn't be done, but you're trying to reach an olive branch to people who...
No, I didn't say anything about olive branch.
Hear me out. But I'm saying by reaching an olive branch, or you know what? I guess it's not even that. Are you just trying to say, I understand you over there? I understand that being your place. Right, no, but so that's what I'm saying. Like, so either you're trying to reach an olive branch to the people that you may not understand, or you are just kind of identifying them, like, say, the monster in the closet. Like, you know, the monster in the closet is no longer scary when you know they're there. You know?
What if the monster in the closet, like Monsters, Inc., is just doing their job?
Yeah, very much so. So that's where
if everything is God, so that means everything in creation, every person, every bee, every bug, everything that you can experience, if everything is God, that's the premise that I'm going from here. If everything is God, then there's only God in the mind of God. Like, we're always looking at God. I am that I am. And so the only difference between somebody and me is how I label them. And if you look at it from that standpoint, it's not about an olive branch, because honestly, I don't understand them people. And this is not spiritual bypassing. I'm not saying that the things that these people are doing aren't weird. I'm not saying that they aren't wackadoodles. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me, because you cannot count your money if you don't have air. Like, it's a lot of the
okay, in that exactness.
Like, I'm saying all the things, like, I'm not differentiating. I guess what I'm saying is actions and who they are different things. You get what I mean? The only difference between us is the label that I put on them, and it's not about me. I'm not here to define them. I'm here to define me. I'm the thermostat, not the thermometer. And so when you deal with people, like when you think about a toddler, have you ever, and I know most of us have dealt with children, yes?
Yep.
So think about a toddler, a 2-year-old, a kitten, a puppy. They are really just experiencing their worlds. We call them bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just, I want to see everything. I want to play with everything. How does this work? You know what I'm saying? They're just experiencing their world. They're going to fall. They're going to do all kinds of stuff. The difference is with children and puppies and kittens, they're so cute. Well, we're going to take care of them. Oh, baby. Oh, that's so cute. Unless they're annoying. The point is we don't label them. But think of people as spiritual toddlers. They might be 90. They might be 60. They might be 50. They might be 40. They might be 30. They might be 20. But their age, their chronological age is different than their spiritual age. Remember, we are not taught spiritual literacy in school. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual maturity is not something that we really talk about in public forums. Like, this is not polite conversation. This is actually, for some people, this is really bizarre and wacky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, how many people call eating good food quackery? You know what I'm saying? How dare you heal yourself with celery juice? That's quackery. I'm looking at these people like, how dare you poison yourself? They're like, that's not quackery. You know what I'm saying? You might have science behind you, but you get what I mean? It's like we're in this really kind of bizarro world where the natural of things is not a part of the conversation. And so what I'm essentially saying is, we're going to have to look at things differently. We're going to have to begin to look at people, all of us, as, cells in this body. And there are some people that are having a hard time with spiritual literacy and understanding what spiritual maturity means. Just like a few years ago, emotional maturity was not a part of the conversation. Now we have EQs. You get what I'm saying? And so the more that we grow and evolve, we start to give people a break. Okay, it's time now for you to begin to learn what spiritual law is. Okay, it's time now for me to give you a break. You're making decisions based on an old paradigm, and the new paradigm is this, spiritual law. And so we extend people grace. We recognize they're not doing it on purpose. Our educational system in this country is boo, 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 boo. You know what I'm saying? It's pee, pee, poo, poo. So they don't know. You get what I'm saying, Eric?
Shark, do, 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 do.
Yes.
Oh, that's the higher education. That's the theme song for higher education.
I'm saying, think about it. The newspaper is based on a 6th grade reading level. Oh, why? Why? And that's you're Martin. You want to talk?
What newspaper? You said newspaper based on 6th grade. I'm like, what newspaper are you talking about?
It's not. Isn't it? I thought it was like on 4th.
To read that. That's like if I went to college, I have to go to at least Temple to read the Inquirer.
Well, I'm just saying in general, the reading level is not like they make it so that everybody has access to it.
I think that's to your point. I think that's part of the problem, right? Like,
yes.
We've gotten to where people are on a 6th grade reading level, and the powers that be are up here.
Well, regardless, like,
hold on. Let's just go to break, and we'll come back one more time.
Gotta go. So, do you want to chime into this conversation? Get in on this. What does the art of being complete mean for you, and what does it mean? What do you think about our work being seeing people the way God sees them? What do you think about that? What are the phone lines, Eric?
215-634-8065. Toll free 1-866-361-0900.
I'm Envy McKee. This is WURD. This is the Envy McKee Show on 900 AM, 96.1 FM. We'll be back.
Last year, the Pennsylvania Lottery contributed over $1.2 billion to programs that benefit older Pennsylvanians. Programs like senior centers and hot meals, long-term living services and home care, property tax and rent rebates, transit rides, and much more. To learn more, visit PALottery.com and check out the interactive map to see how the Pennsylvania Lottery benefits older residents in your county. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Man, this coronavirus has us all moving differently.
No doubt. Like washing our hands more and social distancing with the crew. I'm always telling people to give me 6 feet. We're here, Grandmom.
There's my babies. Good to see you got your mask on.
Wear mask. Stop the spread. For more information, visit www.pa.gov/COVID.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
The WURD Radio newsletter, keeping you informed, engaged, and connected. Sign up by visiting wordradio.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and type your email address under Connect with Us. You'll receive the latest information on WURD Radio, messages from our president and CEO, Sarah Lomax Reese, exclusive articles and multimedia content, and resources. Stay informed with the WURD Radio newsletter. Monday through Thursday, keep it locked to WURD Radio. At 6 a.m., start your day with the Power Hour, hosted by Bishop Dwayne Royster and Reverend Mark Kelly Tyler. At 7, it's Wake Up with WURD with Solomon Jones. At 10 a.m., it's Reality Check with Charles Ellison. Then at 1 p.m., it's The Source, hosted by Andrea Lawful Sanders on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and the Black Women's Leadership Council on Wednesdays. At 4 p.m., it's Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. Then at 7, it's Save Space with Sincerely Sarita. At 9 p.m., round up your day with Keeping It Real with the Reverend Al Sharpton. Keep your dial locked to WURD Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Streaming live on wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app. Or watch live on WURD TV via Facebook and YouTube. WURD Radio. Independent Black Media. This is WURD Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD Philadelphia. Black Talk Media. WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at ForWord. WURD TV. Black Talk Media. Envy's evolution is the Envy McKee Show.
Hey, with Philly's own Kindred, the family soul.
Hey, what's up? This is Kevin Carr.
Hey, this is Lady Alma.
This is Greg.
And Halana.
And we are the Woke Bays.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Genuine right here on the Envy McKee Show. And I always stay tuned.
Join the Envolution exclusively on WURD.
Might not get any better. Might not
finding the lens with the focus, running with my eyes closed, finding all men's in the woodwork. I see cold braille, mechanical and frail. How do I tessellate, built to the red?
Yes. Moonchild on the MVP show.
Wrong.
That was
Wrong.
Who is that?
Hiatus
that?
Coyote.
Oh, Hiatus Coyote.
That's our
Hiatus
favorite one I
Coyote.
was talking about in Eric Moonchild. That's what you gotta get for next week. Get everything Moonchild. She love you because she think everything Moonchild.
I don't though, but I forgot. Hiatus Coyote and Moonchild have a very similar aesthetic.
Them,
Shout out. And I
think
love
the internet, the
Hiatus
sister from
Coyote.
the internet too. Like she got this, like that vocal tone is like very,
But
you know.
see, she has a very distinct voice, so I would know her voice. But welcome back. This month's shift prompt, we're in December now. Birthday month. We're celebrating all month long. My birth. Sounds so dumb. But this month's shift prompt is the art of being complete. And earlier in the show, we went around the room. Dr. Jim is in the Woo Woo Metaphysical Lab with us. We have, of course, DJ Frosty Phoenix, Martin the Black Man. And we kind of rolled around what being complete means for us, what would our first visceral reaction about hearing the shift prompt. And so now I'm going to look at the definition of complete. The dictionary, which I'm going to assume it's Webster's, but Merriam-Webster, says that complete is an adjective or a verb. The adjective is having all the necessary or appropriate parts, often used for emphasis, to the greatest extent or degree, total. The verb is finish, making, or doing, and make something whole or complete. I want to look at the etymology of the word, though.
In the meantime, oh, never mind, not in the meantime, but we do have a caller on the line too, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh, let's get to our call.
Cool.
Yeah, in the meantime.
We are. So the etymology, the origin of the word complete comes from cum and plere, in Latin, which means to fill up, to finish, to fulfill. So that's interesting. It means to fulfill. So as in a purpose, maybe. Interesting. So who do we have on the lines?
Good friend Kevin from Strawberry Mansion.
Hey.
How you doing, Kevin? I would sing your name, but there's no song about it. Welcome to the Emmy McKee Show, Kevin. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. You were so full of energy when you came on the air this evening. Wow, I just felt that. You said you weren't a medium or a psychic, but you do have a gift. You are an interpreter.
Amen,
Yes.
Kevin. Tell her. Preach, Kevin. Preach.
I agree.
This is going to be a difficult month for me, for as you said, it's the art of being complete. I don't think I'll ever get there. I looked up the word incomplete, and it says unfinished, lacking a part or parts. I believe that's the state that we're going to be in as we're confined to this physical world here. I don't think that we're on a journey, this here life experience. For me, it's a trek. And a trek is a never-ending journey. I do agree with you that the government is 92% white men. But I don't agree with you when you say it doesn't reflect the citizenry. Yes, it does. That's why. That's why it's 92% white men, Chris.
But there are 92% white men who live here.
Yeah.
There should at least be, whatever the demographics are, that's what should be in the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's 13% black people, there should be 13% black people in the government. If there are 12% Latinx people, there should be 12% Latinx people in the government. If there are 54% working class, there should be 54% working class people in the government. There need to be people that reflect the people that live here, because otherwise, if you have all these 92% white men who were born
Don't know
with
anything.
Strom Thurmond backgrounds. They're gonna do Strom Thurmond silly behind things. You almost had me cussing.
Absolutely. I've been playing with some words this week. I came up with a word called conspiracy. And that's the history of conspiracy. That's the history of conspiracy that the government has placed upon us. Conspiracy. Now, we said everything is God. Nah, God is everything.
Woo! And I love everything is God.
And
God is everything. I agree. God is everything. I agree. Trying to fit our little selves.
Yes, the only way we're going to see all people as God does is when we see ourselves as God sees us.
Sir, are you preaching in here today? Are you in the Woo Woo Metaphysical Studio?
I'm in a very excellent space, and it's inside my head.
Yeah.
Kevin, sound like you're doing a lot of minding your own doggone business.
Yeah, one last thing, Envy. You have a lot of power, and you handle it well, because most people think when you have power, it makes you powerful. But no, if you understand power, you will know that it makes you a servant. That's where power is. You know, but I have a good weekend. I'm going to work on being complete this month. Okay.
Okay. Right along with us. Right along with us. Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks, Kev.
You too.
All right.
Peace. Levine, hi, Star Fam.
All
Yo. Yo. That was a word. He said the only way we are going to be able to see people the way God sees them is if we see ourselves.
You gotta, I think next time we got to get Kevin to say Levine Osho.
Yeah. Somebody teach him. You hear that, Kev? When I say Levine, hi, Star Fam, you be like Levine Osho Envy. And you have to do the head thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do the head thing.
Levine Osho.
God, yep. Levine Osho. Actually, in Tuesday, they do a bow. And that's the next thing. I'm going to teach y'all the bow. How to do the whole bow. So we'll be doing the greetings and the bows. That's for 2021. Stay tuned. I'm going to teach a whole class. I'm going to do a whole YouTube. Erica, are you rolling your eyes?
No, actually, no. I'm not rolling my eyes today. I was trying to, like, when I roll my eyes, sometimes I'm trying to find the previous thread of the last conversation about completeness, and then the thought process of seeing people in their lanes. But carry on.
So the next phase of this is having a speak to a sty, like having a Staretta Stone moment, where I teach folks how to say the words during commercial breaks. So there'll be a whole. That's the next phase. You look like you're excited, Dr. Jima.
I'm like, well, I'm actually thinking, can I get like a cheat sheet ahead of time, like your Rosetta Stone star notes, like complete phonetic pronunciation.
Yes, learn to speak to a sty. So welcome back. This whole month is the art of being complete, and we are rolling around this first Friday in our awareness what it means to be complete for us. We have defined the word. We have rolled around what the phrase being complete means when we first heard it, what it says to our awareness. And so I feel like the next part of this is discovering where we want to go with this, because I think we've pretty much come to the conclusion, as our star notes hinted at, if you will agree with me, Dr. Ojima, that my question was, is being complete like a one and done type of deal, or if it is kind of an ongoing? you know, what does it mean? What does it really mean? And is completion a singular event, or if it's ongoing? And one of the things that also came to mind, do you guys remember Jerry Maguire? You remember that movie, Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me the money. Remember that part in, okay, so I hate going back to like 80s, 90s, and 2000s movies because we're such different people now. And so looking at those movies and how we were just so, oh my God, like the kinds of things that we were like, oh, this is so romantic. Now looking at it is like, that is so codependent. Like,
and so toxic. So toxic.
10 things I hate about you. Two can play that game.
Well, wait. Now, two can play that game. No. Two can play that game. You got that is breaking patriarchy. That was breaking. That's so. She's attacking misogynistic thing.
Okay.
So it was still codependent, and it was abusive, and it was all the things.
Boomerang.
Same thing with Love
Not
Jones.
Boomerang. Not
there
Boomerang.
was nothing.
Those,
No, Boomerang.
Love
She's
Jones.
playing a game had a woman on top. She was good as hell.
Doesn't matter who's on top.
What?
It was still patriarchy behavior.
So she was
just literally. She was literally doing to him what he did to her.
Right, playing their game. Like that doesn't change. Right, to Envy's point, it's not changing the game. It's changing who's the leader. Right.
Question though, going back to Two Can Play That Game, what do y'all think about the concept of like the transfer energy that they talk about in that film?
Oh my God, I think about that all the time, and that's a real thing. But it was like toxic energy that kept transferring. So it was like somebody's dirty laundry, and instead of just cleaning the laundry, she was like, "Nope, you take my laundry." And so now he's carrying around a wet, smelly, stinky pair of drawers that she just transferred to him. And then when he's like, "You know what? I'm tired of holding these wet, stinky, smelly drawers. Here, you have them back." So nobody goes, "You know what? Maybe I should just clean the drawers or throw them out or something." They just keep passing around these smelly drawers. How is that?
All right, that's also California people are weird. So this will be honest.
That's
like,
not. That
would not have happened on the East Coast. Our parents ain't raised nobody that walk around with disgusting.
But
I'm sorry.
But it's still no. You're breaking it down to the
point
science of geology. We're talking about the message of that movie as a whole being a staple. And look at you skeptic. You're laughing.
I'm laughing. You said
what I'm saying, but from a spiritual literacy standpoint, having funky energy that you're passing around without taking inventory of yourself and what's going on in yourself is the equivalent of passing around stinky drawers. And that's what I'm not serious on that. But that's all I'm saying. Like that's all that the movie is great. It's fine. Ha 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 ha. It's really funny. But my whole point is saying that whole thing is that a lot of the movies that we put on pedestals were actually dysfunctional relationships on display that we thought were romantic. That crap was not romantic. Thinking about it now, at the time, we're like, oh my God, it's so funny. Like Boomerang. They were
complete.
And being complete, right?
And
all of a sudden, and then we're looking for a man to chase after us. Oh my God, he really loves me because he treated me like crap for all this time.
Ooh,
and then when I finally left, now he remembers that I'm amazing.
I have a question for y'all. The black woman movie anthem stand up movie, Waiting to Exhale.
Wow.
I knew you were going to see that. I knew you were going to say, and all of them men in that movie were boo boo. You know what I'm saying? And it was.
Do you justify her actions?
Blowing his car up?
Yes.
Is that what the part you're talking about?
Blowing his car up.
Oh, honey. I appreciate her actions. I don't condone the behavior, but I understand.
see, that's not
I see. Oh my gosh, that's the best limbo I've ever. That's the best radio limbo I've ever seen in my life. That's the best radio limbo I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't leave.
So she's choosing not to label her behavior, right? But to, as you were saying earlier, extend grace, and I think Eric said to recognize the lane that she's in. I'm trying to bring it back around to what we were talking about earlier in terms of this idea.
Yeah, well, the lane I was still referring to, because ever since I saw that movie, The Social Dilemma, and understanding that the people that supported Trump, or the idea of Trump, or the idea of a certain America that is like quote unquote great again, or anything like that, it's a matter of the social media and how their social media is catered to feed them news that is created and written to give them what they believe.
I haven't seen that. I think that should be the homework for us, because I feel like this is going to lend to the conversation that we're going to have. Oh, well, next week is a party.
Yeah, it's like because then it'll be you ever get winter break homework? You got plenty of time. The movie's not that long.
Yes, yes, you have plenty of time.
You know, but not to give power to the social media so much, but it's a tool, and so much so when I saw that in the movie about, or the doc, was it Netflix doc? I forget. Is it like net doc? Whatever. Docuseries maybe. Maybe it could be a series, but in the documentary about how social media plays a mode in it, how we go, how do you not see what I see? I see these stories about how Trump is horrible, how Trump is this, how Trump is that. And then there's stories about how great he is, how he's doing a great job, how blah, 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 blah. And you see that in your social. You're not like, that seems wrong to me. Now, that's the thing I think the point you're at, Envy, where people should say, you know what? That should be wrong. Why are we not trying to figure out climate change? Envy's very like in that lane of trying to think or see something that you feel is wrong and see the wrong in it. Like, say if you see somebody jumping somebody in the alley, you go, they get what they get. You go, well, why are you doing that? Honestly. Because there's two lanes. There's either you go help the person or you watch and be like, that's what they get, they get. Or you film them. But the middle point is like, you don't even know the whole story, honestly. Not that anyone should be getting jumped in the alleyway, but you get what my point is that there's three or probably four sides to it, honestly. But understanding that when you get fed certain information that's truth, and you go, well, I'm not going to question it. While there are other people who have that awareness to go, this feels wrong to me. And not everybody has that, Envy.
Not everyone has that, but it doesn't. I'm going to say this. Everybody has everything. Like, we're all born with the same 152 crayon box.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? We all have the same crayons. It's just a matter of, I don't know if it's nature or nurture, but everybody doesn't use the crayons. You know what I'm saying?
Like you have the capability of speaking another language.
Absolutely.
Right. You know,
everybody has, like, it's a matter of what your willingness. Everybody has the capability, like I said earlier, to be a medium or a psychic or to be more sensitive to the subtle things around them. Everybody has that. Everybody isn't interested. Like, for example, like when I'm alone in the house at night, if I'm here by myself, I don't feel like I want to recognize my subtle mediumship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of the reason why I don't explore that more, because there are lots of times where I'm working at 4 o'clock in the morning and I don't want to see a ghost. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. It might be, a little selfish, but I'm just like,
you got blinders on your third eye?
I might.
Your third eye out here, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, and like, I don't see nothing.
I might. When my teacher said, you can ask Joel Goldsmith anything and he will respond, I said, bet. That's a really dope concept. You notice I said out loud, I didn't ask him nothing. because I'm not sure I want to have that experience. There's some people that are really into it, that it doesn't bother you. But one thing that I do know is that, and my point in saying all of that is that we all have all the capabilities to do all the things. It's what we decide, what we decide we're interested in, and the universe will respond. And if you don't believe me, you do not have to take my word for it. Try it yourself. Whatever you think is impossible for you, take a step in the direction of it and see what happens. One thing that I think is powerful and it's important that we talk about, whenever I tell people that I'm vegan or plant-based or whatever the case, I could never do that. That is the main number one thing I hear from people. I'm not an evangelist, so I'm not here to argue with you. But for the most part, people argue for their limitations, and so that's going to be true for them. If you say I could never do that in that moment, in my head I always say not now. But once you take a step in the direction, say for example, you decide you're going to make one small change, like maybe drinking a celery juice in the morning on an empty stomach. Celery juice, from what I understand, is very nourishing. It's very healing to the body. People who take a 30-day celery juice challenge have found that their bodies have shifted. Their bloating goes away. Some of their skin issues like psoriasis or whatever starts to subside. There's any stomach issues, digestion issues that they have, if they're not regular, all those things start to shift just by drinking celery juice every day for 30 days. Now all of a sudden you have clear in the morning. You drink celery juice in the morning on an empty stomach. It's about 16 ounces, 15 or 16 ounces. It's like one whole bush of celery that you juice through. And all of a sudden you have cleared up space, and now you're like, you know what? I want a salad. Or, you know what? I want to eat something different. I don't feel like I'm going to eat that greasy food. I'm probably not going to eat. All of a sudden, you're shifting. People that say, oh, I could never give up cheese. I was one of those people. I'm raising my hand. Oh, I could never. You'll say those things as kind of like where you are right now. But if you recognize that your body is always evolving, your thinking, your mind is always evolving, you're always growing, you're always shifting something. If you change one thing, everything changes. And so we have to kind of get into that space when we're talking about completion. Maybe what we're talking about is putting ourselves in the position to change, putting ourselves in the position to shift, putting ourselves at the tip of our razor's edge to grow as our growing edge so that we can grow. You get what I mean?
I have a very nerdy moment for you after the break that you made me think of as far as evolution of the human mind.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. This is the Envy McKee Show. That's DJ Frosty Phoenix. That's Martin the Black Man. That's Dr. Ajima. I'm Envy McKee. We're on WURD 900 AM 96.1 FM. We'll be black.
Envy's evolution
is the Envy McKee Show.
Miss Thing. It's not real. You heard. It ain't even real.
You wish you were here like this.
Girl, you know you weren't even born with blue eyes.
That's right. Blue contact lenses. They're just jealous.
Right.
Jealous.
Pick your nanny. Barbie doll. Hi, yellow heifer.
Tar baby. Wanna be white, jigaboo.
Don't start. We're gonna finish it. Riri, open up!
Join the evolution on WURDradio.com.
Talk about good and bad, whether you're dumb or you're fair, so you can go and swear, see if I can, good and bad.
Einstein Healthcare Network salutes all those on the front lines, keeping our communities healthy and safe. Thank you for all that you do. And to everyone doing your part by staying at home, we thank you. Working together, we will continue to slow the spread of coronavirus. Einstein is here for you, just like we've always been.
Have you always wanted to learn an interdimensional language but not sure where to begin? Those basic language apps not offering the languages you really want to learn? Good news! Now there's Staretta Stone, offering languages like Tuastai and the Elders language taught by native speakers so you and your friends can blurt out and up-level your vibrational frequency at the same time. For more information, read The Stellar Trilogy by Envy McKee, available at envymckee.com and wherever books are sold like Amazon. And tune into the Envy McKee Show, Friday nights 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 900 AM 96.1 FM WURD and worldwide on WURDradio.com and the WURD app. Join the evolution.
WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at ForWord. WURD TV. Black Talk Media.
You're listening to the Envy McKee Show.
Super. Good. Inglewood. Purple rain falling down on the prince of the coast where the sun shine all year round. Purple haze over landscape, still I hydrate in the lunch line with the smog and clouds. WURD, start me out. This song's in the key of life, and love is in need of more. Young from Inglewood, barefoot on the cedar floor. If black music is the blood, then my heart has been beating more. Rapidly, happily, I look back on a Feeney Shakur. Her son paved the way. Now all eyes on me. Cause I'm young, black, and gifted, Nina, all eyes gon' see. If you swung back when faced with a challenge that's meant to break you and balance scales, you ain't average, now throw your hands on 3. Gon' put them up for black magic.
Black excellence, black habits, this black medicine, everything
black chucks, everything.
Everything
black hug, black love, everything.
Praise black Jesus, play black Moses, give them flowers while they still give black roses. Everything
black tie, black ride, everything.
Everything
black pride, black lives, everything. Skin noir, friends noir, here you are, black. Everything you need, better believe you are that. Skin noir, friends noir, here you are, black. Every time they hear this, they gon' say he made an
Yes, all black everything. Welcome back to the Envy McKee Show.
Shout out to D Smoke.
I'm Envy McKee. Who's that?
D Smoke.
D Smoke. I like him. Invite him to the party next week. That is DJ Frosty Phoenix. That's Martin the Black Man. That is Dr. Ajima. I'm Envy McKee. This is the Envy McKee Show. And we are introducing, this is first Friday of December. And so this is where we kind of roll our new shift prompt around in our awareness, the art of being complete. I think we've made a lot of headway with this shift prompt. And, it's interesting because it is December. And I know a lot of us are kind of exhausted. We're kind of a little bit, screen heavy because everything in our existence right now is in front of the screens. We're Zoom meeting it, more than we ever have. We're in home, in our pajamas all day long. Like I actually put some pants on for the empowerment experience and some little shoes and stuff just to sit in front of the computer, just to feel like I had on some clothes for once. I put on some, I put my little cute face on. I did my little hair. I fluffed it out with a little pick situation. Like I did all the things. I know that we're tired. And remember when we had that conversation about the different kinds of tired, the different kinds of rest that we need. I think December kind of reflects that culmination of the year. It's a reflective month. It's a celebratory month because it's my birthday. But more than anything, it's reflective. And we are having a birthday party for moi next week. You are all invited. We're inviting every one of the guests that we can think of that have made this show what it has been for the last year to come stop through and show some love. There'll be some performances. We talked to DJ Frosty Phoenix about either DJing or getting us a DJ. We're going to have some cute drinks. We're going to create like a little recipe situation so that virtually you can partake, so you can have your little, merch is coming in 2021. We were trying to find a way to make sure that it was reflective of our values, which is why we didn't do it, because I didn't want to just do something. I want you to be able to have this hoodie. I want you to be able to have these mugs and all that stuff, but I also want to make sure that we are not adding to the effery that's already going on the planet. So anyway, so you can have your little drink while you're partying with us, listening to the music. We'll have a little conversation. We'll talk to the guests. We're going to have a little menu, a little tapas menu. I'm looking at my husband. He's not looking at me. We're just going to do all of the things. I want to read so anyway, there's so many things going on in my head. So that's going to happen next week. So mentally make a plan to join us next week for my birthday party. Next, we're talking about the art of being complete. I want to read from our Woo Woo Metaphysical Book Club for this month. It is The Universal One by Walter Russell, and I'm going to read from chapter 1. I'm just going to read this whole page or two because I think it sets us up for where this conversation can go. And a lot of what's going to happen, because Eric, you were very astute in saying that this is going to be work over the holiday. So get this book. I want to say it's free. I want to say that it's in either Hoopla at the library or it's in Amazon if you have an Amazon subscription, something like that. But this book is really dope. So it's book 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. Wait, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was nothing made which was made. That was John. Chapter 1, creation, divine mind, God, spirit creation, and the order of creation. In the beginning, God. There is but one God. There is but one universe. God is the universe. God is not one, and the universe another. The universe is not a separate creation of God's. It is God. There is no created universe. Nothing is which has not always been. All created things are from the beginning. They have no beginning. They do not come into being. They are and always have been and always will be. Creation means to man the coming into existence of something which was not before in existence. Man's concept of creation is the coming into being of a physical, visible universe, heretofore non-existent. The creator is to man's mind a sublime being separate and apart from man, who created the physical universe of matter, causing to come into being that which has not been. Man holds the concept of two universes, a spiritual and a physical. God is presumed to be of the spiritual universe, perfect. Matter is of the physical universe, imperfect. God supposedly created the imperfect physical universe separate and apart from himself. Man conceives a perfect and omnipotent God. A perfect and omnipotent God could not create imperfection. Do you need to hear that again? Man conceives a perfect and omnipotent God. A perfect and omnipotent God could not create imperfection. He could not create a lesser than himself. He could not create a greater than himself. He could not create other than himself. Did you hear that? God did not create other than himself, nor greater nor lesser than himself. In the sense generally understood by man, God did not create anything. Nothing has been created. This is a creating universe, not a created one. Did you hear that? This is a creating universe, not a created one. Man's concept of the sublime being as the creator of material universe, different in substance from the spiritual universe, is a misconcept. God is all there is. Beyond God, there is nothing. Superior to God, there is nothing. Inferior to God, there is nothing. Opposed to God, there is nothing. Creation is not more, nor is it less than it has always been from the beginning. It cannot be more than God, nor can it be less than God. Creation is an apparent integration in continuity of that which already exists in substance. It is a periodic change of state of the one unchanging substance. It is evolution. I'm going to leave that there. The book is called The Universal One. It is by Walter Russell. It is 457 pages. It's got a book 1 and a book 2. It is not a game. It talks about metaphysics. It talks about the nature of things. And it starts with that one concept, which is how we started this conversation. Everything is God. And even better, God is everything. And so if we're going to look at being complete from the standpoint of, well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're going to say, well, first of all, everything is God. Now, how do we step into this conversation, the art of being complete? Now, how do we step into this conversation of, well, what do we do with the 74 million people who think Trump is a good deal? Is like whatever his mind wave is. We might look at him as insane, and them people are like, not so bad. Not a deal breaker. Narcissism? I've been in worse relationships. Not a deal breaker. And connecting that with the conversation we were having about the movies from the 80s and the 90s and 2000s, of their so-called rom-coms, like looking at dysfunction and seeing it as romantic, it would make perfect logical sense that we would not see someone that was misogynist or abusive or narcissistic or just plain greedy or crazy or whatever we want, whatever language we want to use. And we're looking at, it would not be a deal breaker. Because look at the movies that we think are classics. Look at the kinds of relationships that were in those movies. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad or good. I'm just saying, as looking back on it now, it's like I wish a knuckle would. I would not have married my husband if he was like that. Part of the reason why I married the person that I married is because he wasn't like that. But think about how pervasive some of these behaviors are in our the pick-me idea, where we're supposed to be chasing after people that don't really like us. Or
my
chasing
gosh,
after.
Yes. Sorry, just
You
yes.
get it? But
like
no, but I'm just saying,
when you reply to the person, like say the person, like people you text, and I'm living through this every moment. Someone you text who intentionally texts you back. Everyone is busy. Everyone will person who's right for you will make time for you. But you will say, I want the other person to pay me attention when they're not the ones that get back to you through text, through email, through message or whatever, call you back when it's available. But you see them doing other things. The person who pays you mind and texts you back when they don't have to. That's a better consideration.
Think about it. Like, think about how pervasive we allow abuse to be. Like, we want the person that doesn't want us. Like, that is not sane behavior. Who taught us that? These little silly movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what media is about. It's like, it's setting the standard. Think about, just take a moment. Like, this is going to be a girl moment, a woman moment between Dr. Ajima and I. How often have we looked in rom-com-like movies where this boo-boo looking dude, he's like, I don't want to come at anybody's neck right now, but he's not the level of attractive that the woman is. He might be 20, 30 years older than her. How is Woody Allen pulling anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody.
Doesn't come at names, pulls a name.
Well, because he's not. Listen, I had to pull that name. I wasn't gonna put our people under the bus, even though we are complicit. But I'm just saying, like, but think about the visuals of that, where somebody like Woody Allen, why? But that in those movies, we're constantly seeing that as beautiful, powerful women, we are supposed to kind of cow ourselves to these little insecure people, and that is a healthy relationship. Or that when we tell them no, they're supposed to chase after us. That's a healthy relationship. That you know, it's not sane. But those are understand that these were ideas coming from the minds of these people that made movies, and then it became pervasive, and then it became a part of our culture. So now, as mature, prayerfully becoming spiritually literate beings, we're looking at these things with a more critical eye. Shout out to Martin, and going, I don't think so. I don't think that's sane. And so, when does the culture reflect our spiritual literacy or spiritual literateness? And is that a part of this conversation of being complete? Looking at all the things that we have seen and recognizing that it's time to be spiritual grown-ups, even in our art. Even as we reflect the times, we reflect what we want to experience too. Rather than every movie being a zombie movie, rather than every, video game being about the apocalypse and times, what does it look like to have video games that are building the beloved community? What does it look like to have movies that are creating something that never existed, that are inspiring, that are thought-provoking? What about movies that instead of the Manchurian Candidate, creating the ultimate government? I don't know why that's not cute to do, but it's like we come back, and maybe this is where we drop the mic, to one of the very first conversations we had with Dr. Ajima. What we suffer from most is a failure of imagination. So let's let that sit in the universe for a moment, in the ether, as we go pay these bills. And when we come back, we're going to go around the room. We're going to find out what we learned. And yes, this is the Envy McKee Show. I'm Envy McKee on WURD. We'll be black.
At Pico, we know one thing is certain. Times have changed. From kitchen classrooms to couch conference calls, searching for a new job, or new ways to keep your family connected. These changes have become a part of our reality. That's why our teams are working 24/7 to meet the needs of our communities. So no matter how much things change, you can depend on Pico to be there with the energy and help you need to power through. Learn more at pico.com.
In Pennsylvania, it's now illegal to sell tobacco products, including cigarettes, cigars, chewing tobacco, vapes, or electronic cigarettes to anyone under 21. Stores can get fined up to $1,000 for selling tobacco to someone who is underage. Know the law. Check IDs. Post your retailer license. Make sure only employees have access to tobacco products, and only sell tobacco products to customers aged 21 and older. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
WURD TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at WURD. WURD TV. Black
Talk Media. You're listening to the Envy McKee Show.
It's not over till God says it's over. It's not over till God says it's over. He's with you through stormy weather. Oh God, God I serve. He fails you never. He's a man of his word. It's not over. Just hold on to your faith. Oh, it's not over. Oh, he'll make a way for your escape. Oh, he has the last say. He's never lost a case.
Yes. Welcome back to the McKee Show. Albeit the tail end of this first Friday. So this is a part of the show where we go around the room, and if you just join us, you liggity, like you're gonna have to catch the playback because the show was definitely epic. We're gonna go around the room and find out what we've learned, if anything, and then we're gonna cap it up. So who wants to begin? Who wants to? Dr. Jima, you have your hand up right there in the front. I see.
Yeah, front row seat again. I was reflecting on the excerpt you read, and what caught my attention was the statement about this is a created universe, not a created one. And so
listen, that was big.
Yeah, I'm reflecting on that, and then thinking about the definition you read about the word complete. I had this thought, I was like, well, in some sense, completion is a fallacy, right? In the context of that definition, it goes back to what Martin was talking about earlier, that completion is a thought process, or we're exploring earlier that everything's a thought process. And so the other piece of that book that stood out to me is that what I took away from today is that completion as a process is ongoing, and the idea that the universe is always being created. Completion is integration into continuity, that alignment, the evolution.
The evolution. So creation is the jump off point. No, I'm sorry. Completion is the jump off point for evolution.
Right. So it's kind of like that's why I said that definition that you read earlier. It's like that's the fallacy, right? That's probably like that's the lie. That's just like you just said. That's the starting point, actually.
Yeah. Interesting. Who else? Who wants to go? Eric or Martin?
C. Dr. Ajima's answer.
There's no.
No, but I
no
totally
literacy.
I totally agree with her in the sense of the completion. Basically, completion is on to the next phase of whatever it is. Completion, I guess you could say, is when you resolve the previous thing that might have been that you might have been involved in. So the completion is like when you started your next thing, the other phase is complete. So resolving. So maybe that's how we can look at some of these. We can't go on to the next thing until we resolve some of the things we still holding on to for 11 years. And one thing in my awareness, I think while we were doing, I think the last segment while you guys were hashing out more lessons, I did see one book I think we definitely as a show should check out. I don't know, by Fareed Zaharia, 10 Lessons for a Post-Pandemic World. Just came up on MSNBC, so I think that was something that we keep our eye on.
Okay. I love it. What about you, Martin?
Well, you challenged me to look at who can play that game from a different lens. So I guess I could see the toxicity in one of my all-time favorite relationship films. Although I do think she saw him in his best light, and she emulated some of the best things about him. But really? I do see that where you're talking about, so I learned. That's what I learned.
Awesome. Yay. If I am going to look at there are so many notes that I took from the show. I love looking at completion, and I didn't see it this way, but I love looking at completion from the process of getting to. I love that of getting to, and then from getting to you get to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at it from that standpoint, life, I've heard it so many times, it's almost kind of cliche where people go, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So imagine looking at completion, looking at every day, every moment, every breath as, the cipher of completion. I get to, the process of getting to, and then I get to. So I get to live this life. I get to have this breath. I get to, be in this relationship. I get to experience this, whatever it is. And I think that's where this conversation is going to end up going. I just want to remind you that next week we're going to have a party on the air and you're invited. So tell 3 friends. We're going to work it out. Like we didn't start out this way, but as with all things that happen to be this show, it evolves here. So we're going to have my birthday party next week, and you are invited. We are really, planning on having a party, inviting some of the guests that we've had on through the course of this year. We're going to have a little bit of conversation. We're going to talk about the art of being complete from a very light standpoint. Maybe there'll be a DJ. And one thing that I know that I want to do is I want to create a drink of some sort that we can all kind of partake in on the air in our respective homes. And Martin called it the MV or whatever he called it. And so he's going to give us the recipe, both the alcoholic version and the non-alcoholic version. We're going to post the recipe for you sometime this week so that you'll have it ready for Friday and you can get your ingredients. I and my husband are going to collaborate and create some sort of tapas menu, something easy. We'll make 1 or 2 or maybe 3 things that you can have so you can munch on as we're, doing the show. And we just, I don't know how much visioning we're going to do or any of that, but we're just going to have a really uplifting, fun, celebratory. If you're a Sag too, guess what? It's your birthday too. So come ready, come cute. I'm going to wear whole clothes, you know what I'm saying? And do my makeup. I might have some lashes on. We'll just do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going to really party and have a good time next week. So thank you so much for being here. this is the part of the show where I read my script. Okay, star people, that's class. Thank you to all of you for being present. If you learned something powerful here, don't keep it to yourself. Tell folk about this show. Next week, bring 3 friends. The world is held together by our agreements and our conversation about those agreements. If you want to live in a different world, guess what? You're going to have to talk about things differently. Dr. B, that's Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, is known to say the second coming is community. I'd like to thank Dr. Jima for being present, Martin the Black Man, DJ Frosty Phoenix. I love y'all so much. You are the Woo Woo Core crew, and Woo Woo is best done together. Don't forget, go to envymckeyshow.com. Sign up for free weekly updates. We are in the process of up-leveling for next year, so if you want to get on this, sign up. You know, just sign up. Just do that. Just sign up. And Freedom Sounds of Jazz is up next. That's it. Levine House, star people.
Levine O Show, Envy.
See you next week. Peace.
Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Seropoulos. If you're on Medicare,